Flock presents Theblackfiles, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your boys, all your friends. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you've been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of The Blackfiles.
That's right, folks. Welcome to another exciting Wednesday night. It is Wednesday, January 10th. We're only 10 days into the new year, Juancho, and based on what we're going to discuss tonight, it's going to prove that no matter what year, it's just a number, because there's always stupid people talking stupid shit.
It's not even stupid people talking stupid stuff, it's not even that. It's more that we're going to be delving once again into the harder side of nerd and pop culture, because let's face it, people are going to be dumb. And we've got to come correct, and hopefully this will be because I know that everyone's feeling a little ish on their ends, but I want to keep this as svelte as I can in terms of programming. Folks, I'm your host, Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens Flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the guy who is enamored with all sorts of different little doodads that you can do with simple things like a thumb drive. For example, there's a thumb drive on my personal wish list that actually has a fingerprint reader, and it's awesome, and I can program up to I think 5 different fingerprints on it, so I can only grant access to a select few people, and it's funny and it's dumb, and I love it all at once. And joining me tonight are some of the usual suspects. First off, let's go ahead and say hello to two of the cosplay duos, to two of the cosplayers that are part of our team. Folks, let's give a warm welcome to Zayana Rose and Dragonfang Cosplays here. Give it up for them.
Yay!
We said at the same time.
Yeah, you're gonna have to take turns on this stuff. Like the thing is that you guys either have to be in separate rooms so you're not echoing, and be in no,
that was us saying it at the same time.
Yeah, no,
yeah, they were saying it at the same time, but they were saying it at the same time, but it came through like weird, you know.
Came in
We harmonized.
like a tentacle monster got into my router or something. Also, Jose.
No, we harmonized like the twin fairies from Mothra. Yeah.
I'll let you have that because that sounds cute. And also, of course, let's not forget the man with the plan himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, the executive producer and content manager of our channel, and the host of our flagship show, the Ravens Flock, which is live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and Wrestle Rewind, live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Folks, give it up for Mr. Jose Casabona!
Well, I thank you very much for that introduction, Juancho. Happy to be here tonight, keeping warm since we're still getting a little bit of the cold weather outside. And I really don't have any other words. Like, other than I have been working hard this 2024, I made a New Year's resolution to be even more hands-on with this channel than I was. So I'm definitely I've been doing a lot of photo work here. We're still backed up with photos from Holiday Matsuri, but don't worry, we're nearly done. It's almost finished.
Yeah, no, don't worry, Jose. I have complete and utter faith in your abilities to keep up with this stuff, especially considering that I really don't have much choice. But enough with the ragging. Let me go ahead and let you have the floor for a moment, so you can go ahead and take care of our normal,
all right. Yeah, no worries. I got this, Juancho. So, folks, much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting. Actually, I'm going to do things a little differently, a little bit more shorter, simple, to the point. Folks, much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Twitch. Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the button.
We're not on Twitch.
Come on,
We're on Kick. We haven't
Listen.
been on Twitch
Hit the
since last
Twitch.
year.
Okay,
son.
let me try this again before you take 5 minutes to run me down, Juan. And much like all our other shows on this channel, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe
There you
button.
go. There you go.
Hit the subscribe or the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable all notifications. Leave your questions and comments below, and we'll answer as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we've got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everyone know that you've stepped up in order to help break the Ravens flock free from our shackles of late-stage capitalism and become full-time YouTubers, become full-time streamers, full-time enjoyers of cons and nerd and pop culture. We've got at least 3 or 4 different salaries that we want to try to replace with this channel, but we need your help with that. We need to expand our numbers. Let people know to join the Ravens flock. Let people know to subscribe to us. And if it's within their means and if it's within their purview, to have them also join our membership. It's no commitment. Cancel anytime if you need it. I know shit's rough sometimes. It's okay. But if you could help us get, I don't know, maybe... let's say 1,000 more people as inner flockers, that would be very helpful. You also get access to members first and members only content, a special discount to our merch store, link in the description below, and you also get access to us, the Ravens flock, your favorite Motley Crew nerds, here to make your voice our mission by providing us your thoughts, your feedback, your ideas on how to better shape the future of this channel. Saying hello to Korisi Rando-sama, Ms. Kim, and Nikki Bella we've got in the chat so far. I know we've got lurkers. We appreciate you guys. Oh, and Jen Pierce is in the chat as well. But don't be shy. If you got something you want to add, feel free. If not, continue the lurkathon and know that we acknowledge you. And yes,
absolutely. You know something, Juancho? I feel bad. I feel bad for making that earlier botch. Why did I mention the forbidden T word, man? You know what the problem is? I'll tell you what the problem is, Juan.
What's the problem, Jose? Pray tell what you think the problem is.
It's Wednesday, and right now, after all the crap that I have had to do today, without getting too personal, I'm low on energy.
Yeah, I know. And usually you let yourself let off some steam after work on your 9-to-5 desk job that's slowly crushing our souls by giving yourself a little in-home workout. You know, I see you doing leg lunges. I see you doing arm curls with your free weights. I see that you're trying to keep yourself active and stuff. And even that isn't kicking in with the dopamine levels over here. But thankfully, our partners at Glit Energy have got you covered, Jose. If you go to glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FlockFuel, you'll get 20% off on your order for not just their smart energy products, but also the Glitch Energy's Revive hydration products as well. If I'm not mistaken, it comes in 3 different flavors: raspberry lemonade, cherry limeade, and blackberry lemonade. Always handy for a post-workout cool down in order to help you restore those lost electrolytes. And if you need something to keep you going in the middle of the day, of course, there's your gaming energy, which comes in a variety of different flavors here. If I remember correctly, they said that they were out of Maui Punch, but they're going to be having it back in stock. But once my paycheck hits, I'm going to be getting a jar of nerdies, and you can't stop me. None of you can. So, folks, go to Glitch
Sure?
Go to glitchenergy.com, use promo code FlockFuel for 20% off your order. Glitch Energy, their energy formulation, it's been tried out by all of us in the Ravens flock. We all approve, we're all enjoying it, and it comes with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. Check it out again, glitchenergy.com, use our promo code FlockFuel for 20% off your order. Let's get back
Ziana's like, bet.
He's like, oh no, you better order me a freaking bottle of Rocket Pop, Juan. I've been waiting for that forever. Why haven't you gotten it for me, Juan?
So good.
It is so good. It's so tasty. Literally, the Rocket Pop one tastes like bloody the good humor rocket popsicles, the red, white, and blue popsicles. It tastes just like that.
So good.
So all you need is to have it like mixed up in your shaker or wherever you have it, and keep it chilled. That way you're drinking it. Or what if you made a popsicle out of it? Bringing it
Oh,
around
that
full
is
circle.
dangerous. We should do it.
Jose, I'm a wicked man thinking of wicked
Oh my
acts. Help
goodness.
me. I'm just fucking around. It's like, but in any case, yeah, and then we're gonna go ahead and get onto it. And you're right, Miss Kim. I see you in the chat, and she said we are eating well as Star Wars fans. You're damn right we are. We're eating so well. We're so blessed. We're so enamored with the galaxy far, far away, and the strength and support that it's been receiving has been awesome. And of course, it this fandom has its share of detractors and naysayers. The bulk of whom we will be holding to account tonight. But let me see here. Oh, she's Kurisi's still waiting for a salty Pete emoji. I have it in one of the memory cards, and I don't remember which one I have it in. Okay, I'll put it up. I'll put it up once we have more inner flockers. That way, I have the slot to open it up. I promise. Also, way up there, Aaron Cooper. Welcome to the Blackfiles. Like earlier this week, we got an awesome amount of news come out in the world of Star Wars, and I think I'm just gonna go ahead and get into it. Guys, I know that not everyone is 100% Star Wars fans as big as I am, but when this came out as part of the as part of the official announcements over at Lucasfilm, I lost my mind. If you fine folks would turn your attentions to this little news bit for your viewing and reading pleasure. Headline from StarWars.com reading The Mandalorian and Grogu journeys to the big screen. It is official. It was put up yesterday by the Star Wars team. It's pretty straightforward. The Mandalorian and Grogu are embarking on a new adventure to movie theaters. Directed by Jon Favreau and produced by Favreau, Kathleen Kennedy, and Dave Filoni, The Mandalorian and Grogu will go into production in 2024. We're doing it. They're moving out from Disney Plus, and they're moving up to the big screens. It's going, and it's gonna happen, and it's freaking awesome. I am hyped.
God, that is awesome, but it also reminds Sis and I that we need to actually finish The Mandalorian because in my defense, we got spoiled on Facebook for stuff, and we got stuff, so we didn't watch anymore.
You know what?
Lol.
Just like I'm sitting Angel down to watch the holiday special of Doctor Who that introduced the new Doctor, played by Ncuti
I watched
Gatwa.
that too.
Yeah, like just like I'm parking Angel's ass down and doing that, I'm gonna set y'all down so you can watch The Mandalorian while you're here.
If it helps you, we didn't start season 2.
It helps. It does help. What was that, Dragon Fang?
I barely watched in season 1.
Oh, well, it'll catch you up
It's
real
been
fast.
that long.
It'll catch you up real fast when you get there. Let me see here. Jon Favreau saying, I've loved telling stories set in the rich world that George Lucas created. The prospect of bringing the Mandalorian and his apprentice Grogu to the big screen is extremely exciting. Let's see. Kathleen Kennedy added, Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have ushered into Star Wars 2 new and beloved characters, and this new story is a perfect fit for the big screen. Now, this is what we got underneath this. It was kind of a surprise. The Mandalorian and Grogu, which will lead Lucasfilm's ongoing feature development slate, includes films helmed by Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy, James Mangold, and Dave Filoni, who is also currently developing Ahsoka Season 2 amongst those in the works.
Oh, and
This is
that's
the
something
way.
we need
Yay.
to
They
watch.
just casually just dropped that in like, oh, by the way, guys, we're also doing Ahsoka Season 2. Like, just nothing. Just a regular Tuesday. As if that wasn't a big deal. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, how much do you ladies know about what happened in Ahsoka? Or what goes on with Ahsoka? How much do you know of the series?
I don't think we even started Ahsoka.
Okay,
Yeah, we also got spoiled.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got spoiled big time.
I hate how that happened. Damn it. See, I keep
I
that
know,
shit-
and I love Ahsoka. She is one of my favorite Star Wars characters.
She is amazing.
Okay. This is badass. Well, if you got spoiled, at the very least, y'all know about how it's basically after everything in during the like after Return of the Jedi. It's in the
Yep.
in that era there. And what do you call it? You also already know that Ahsoka is teaming up with some of the crew of Star Wars Rebels.
Yep.
Yep. And
I at least know that much.
all right,
Yep.
y'all know that much. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine then. Like this is how I'm like freaking like losing my shit. Dave Filoni just drops this casual sketch also on the Star Wars Twitter page. Like the story continues. Ahsoka season 2 now in development, and you have Ahsoka and a sketch of Sabine Wren. Standing on top of this massive statue, which is a big part of what happened at the ending of season 1, which is going to be a pain in the butt because the actor who played Balin Skull, God Almighty, why am I Ray
Stevenson.
right?
Yep,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he passed away before Ahsoka season 1 could come out after he filmed everything. So if he's gonna continue, if the character of Balin Skull is still gonna be there, who's gonna freaking play him, or how are they gonna do that? There's 2 actors that folks have already thrown down as recommendations. Either get set up with either Russell Crowe or Liev Schreiber to play the role. I would.
You know what? I can see Leave doing the Balin Skull, honestly, and it would. I mean, no disrespect to Kurt Russell, but like when I think about him, he is. I mean, it's hard for me to separate him from being that giant, colossal, intergalactic planet from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
No, I said Russell Crowe, not.
Russell Crowe, not Kurt Russell. Sorry,
not
Russell
Kurt
Crowe.
Russell.
No, but Russell Crowe was also in a Marvel movie. He was in Love and Thunder, right?
Yeah, he was Zeus.
Okay, same thing. It's hard to separate him from Zeus.
Is it hard for you to separate Russell Crowe from A Beautiful Mind or Gladiator or I don't know, that other Robin Hood movie that he was in that was also directed by Ridley Scott? Is it hard for you to do that?
Wait, hang on a minute. What? Wait, the Robin Hood movie was directed by Ridley Scott? I don't remember that.
Yeah, he was in a Robin Hood movie. Directed by Ridley. You didn't know?
No.
Was it Men in Tights?
No,
I don't know.
Jesus,
I
no.
don't remember names.
No, Russell Crowe. He was in Gladiator.
I've never watched that.
Yeah, see, like right down here, Gladiator, The Pope's Exorcist that came out last year, A Beautiful Mind, Robin Hood. See, right friggin' here, directed by Ridley Scott. He's Robin Hood. Kate
But there's
Blanchett's
so
Lady
many
Marian.
Robin Hoods.
Oscar Isaac was Prince John? Really? Really? Okay, I'm double checking a couple of things here, and I'm like, huh? Well, shit. Let me see here. Mark Strong was Sir Godfrey. Oh hell no. William Hurt was Sheriff of Rottingham. Oh god damn. That's rough. That's rough, buddy. I wouldn't want to go up against him. Let's see here. Yeah, no. Russell Crowe was in a Robin Hood movie. Like, I'm honestly surprised y'all didn't know that. But it's all right, I guess. Let me see here. Whereas Liev Schreiber, on the other hand, Jose, I know you know him better as the version of Sabretooth in X-Men Origins Wolverine, but he's much better known in the HBO drama Ray Donovan. So that's excellent. Also, he was in Salt and The Omen. So he's got a nice repertoire. So at this point,
all right. Well, another reason why I want Leave to be in this is just I don't know. I haven't seen him in anything Star Wars related, and I figured it would be a nice change.
All right, he's definitely got the acting chops on it. It's possible that Russell Crowe might I don't know, overdo it. I'm not sure. But
yeah.
What do you mean? Oh no, Aaron Cooper. Oh, about Ray Stevenson's passing? Yeah. Because if that's the case, then yeah, he unfortunately passed away. And yes, Miss Kim, we've got Whovians in the house, in the flock as well. So we're good. We're eating good in the neighborhood, folks. Like, along with all this stuff, we also received word earlier this week that let's see here, that we're also going to be receiving the development for for production of let's see here, where is it? There it is. Okay, yeah. Earlier this week we had announcement that there was another Star Wars movie that's going to be coming out, which is the Rey Skywalker movie that's directed by what's her name, Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy. Try saying that 10 times fast. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see here. Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy. Holy crap, that is such a tongue twister. Let me see here. Now, this was the bit that she'd actually said a couple days ago, last week. This is on Variety, and I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know how she's putting this out. The headline on there from Variety reading, Daisy Ridley's new Star Wars director says, quote, "It's about time we had a female filmmaker come forward to shape the galaxy far, far away." And this article comes by way of Zach Scharf, whatever. Let's see here. Daisy Ridley's Rey is coming back to the big screen in a new Star Wars movie directed by Sharmeen Obaid Chinoy, who directed 2 episodes of Ms. Marvel, and written by Stephen Knight, who's a writer for the TV drama Peaky Blinders. The film makes Obaid Chinoy the first woman and first person of color to direct a Star Wars feature film. Previous film directors in the franchise include original creator George Lucas, Irvin Kershner, who did Empire Strikes Back, Richard Marquand, who did Return of the Jedi, J.J. Abrams, who did The Force Awakens and Rise of Skywalker, and Rian Johnson, who did The Last Jedi. While Star Wars' television projects have featured female directors, most notably Deborah Chow, the movies have shut them out until now. Her quote, "I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something very special," Obaid Chinoy recently told CNN. "We're in 2024 now, and it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape a story in a galaxy far, far away." Yeah, pretty straightforward, right, guys? Like, it's not...
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And they even give you the context on there. Like, you've had female directors running on in the live action Star Wars. It wasn't just Deborah Chow, but also Bryce Dallas Howard has started flexing her directing skills there as well. If I'm not mistaken, she directed some episodes of The Mandalorian. And let me see here. I actually want to check out who directed some episodes of Star Wars Andor. Because that is one y'all are going to love. That would be Cassian Andor, the dude played by Diego Luna from Rogue One, like setting up his path on how on how he joined the rebellion. It was fucking awesome. Let me see here. Directors. Oh, okay, episodes. Fine, come on, show me. Toby Haynes. Okay, Susanna White directed 3 episodes out of the let's see, how many in total are there, out of 12, so that's not bad. She directed 25% of it, and it looks like she took care of 3 episodes that actually were going very close in terms of like the storyline. She directed episodes 4 through 6. That's Aldani, The Axe Forgets, and The Eye. Those are the episodes from Star Wars Andor that she directed. And all 3 of those kind of flowed into each other better in terms of the storytelling. So I guess it kind of helps to have one director doing multiple episodes in progression in order to help keep the story flowing. But that's just my opinion on there. I've only studied in film school and worked on directing short films and have written screenplays, so what the hell do I know? Anyway. And Miss Kim is saying, wait, hubby told me Ahsoka got canceled. Is he wrong? Yes, he's wrong. Fortunately, he is wrong because Ahsoka Season 2 is in production. And so is the movie for Rey Skywalker. And overall, I'm personally freaking excited over here. I'm glad to see that we're doing that we're eating so good in the neighborhood when it comes to Star Wars. If I'm not mistaken, they are also doing the final season of The Bad Batch. That's the animated series of the Renegade clone troopers and how they're trying to survive after the Empire starts taking over. Give me your thoughts over here, guys. Jose, Zayan, and Dragonfang, help me out. I feel like I'm talking to myself a little bit.
No, you're fine. You're fine. Well, I'll let Ziana go first.
Oh, we still haven't watched the Bad Batch, but we heard it's fantastic. We've just been lazy in watching a lot of stuff,
It is so
but
good.
it's on the list. That and rewatching all of Clone Wars. So
Yes, definitely rewatch the Clone Wars. Catch yourself up because you're going to want the extra drama, especially in the final season.
oh yes.
Now you're talking about the final season of Andor, right?
No, I'm talking about the final season of the Clone Wars.
The Clone Wars. Yeah.
Now, yeah, go ahead.
No, the Clone Wars, like the Clone Wars show, like there's two versions of it. Obviously, there's the animated version from Genny Tartakovsky, and then there's the CG version that a lot of us remember for a variety of reasons, and both of them are pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's referring to the CG animated series. But yeah, like I'm like super glad to see that these guys are all working and they're all able to pull off the production for all this. What I'm most excited for is how they're going to be setting up for the new Jedi Order, and which is what Rey's story is going to be in her standalone movie. Whether it's going to be like a simple one-off story or if they're going to try to go for a trilogy again, that remains to be seen. But all we know specifically about the story itself is that it takes place 15 years after the end of the Rise of Skywalker, and she's building the new Jedi Order. But of course, shenanigans happen. This is the galaxy far, far away. There's going to be some faction. There's going to be some people who are going to want to try and take them on. So Rey is in a world of trouble here. So how is she going to fix that? We got no idea. Let me take a look here. Yeah, and what I wanted to also show, where is it? Oh yeah, I wanted to see if I can get I wanted to check out the hype train for all this. Dragonfang, let me know your thoughts here next while I'm pulling all this stuff out. Okay,
Star Wars stuff.
Stuff.
Yeah,
Basically, what Sis said.
Basically, what Zayana said. Okay.
Yep.
No
Excited.
worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
Really excited. Can't wait.
Yeah, no, this is all going to be frigging awesome. Let me take a look over here. Like for instance, like on Twitter, we've got like under the Ahsoka post, me listening to the inevitable banger of the end credits music after every episode. Which, yeah, no, the song, the theme music they have for Star Wars Ahsoka is top tier shit. They're like, OMG, I'm gonna cry. In Filoni we trust. This one guy is the was Stormtrooper thing over here. It's funny. Let's go. And of course we're gonna have some folks. Oh, god damn it!
What?
Okay. The original sketch of, like I said, it's a sketch of Ahsoka and Sabine standing on top of the giant statue that's pointing out at the end of the first season. Right? I'm not gonna give too much spoilers because Zayanna and Dragonfang don't know yet, but someone went ahead and resketched it and said, "I fixed it for you. Take a look, guys."
Oh my goodness! Hang on. What?
Ahsoka, phone home. They redrew it as the two of them standing on E.T.'s finger with his head facing out. Da, 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 da. What the fuck?
Oh my god! I see it now. That's hilarious. Yeah.
Ladies, help! This is too adorable and stupid.
Yo, whoever drew this deserves the flowers for this. This is pretty awesome.
Yep, it's gonna be it's hilarious over here. Let's see. Distribute with AMC wise it is. Oh, I see. So putting episodes of it in theaters is what they're thinking. Another person like, now please make Kenobi season 2. Ewan McGregor wants it as much as I do. Holy shit. Okay, so what, seriously? Okay, so, someone over here is saying Father Time, pointing to the beginning of time. The circle is almost complete with 25 25,000, 25 years BBY, Birth of the Jedi, and then 5 years after that is the droid Huyang, who was in the Clone Wars animated series and also in the Ahsoka series, so played by David Tennant. So it's adorable. Oh yeah, by the way, if you girls forgotten that David Tennant voiced a droid in the Clone Wars, now you know.
I completely forgot that.
Fuck. Holy cow. Seriously? Oh man. That's
Yeah.
It's okay. Y'all are gonna be all right. You're gonna love this show, and like all I'm gonna say is Ahsoka is a badass. Sabine's a badass here. Our villains are badasses. We've got so much like lore and so much drama happening between the characters on there, so you get to understand it. And of course, it's gonna be fun. Who doesn't like a good bit of zapping pow actions? Also, let's see here. Struggler's in the chat. Hey up there, Struggler. Welcome to the Theblackfiles. He's saying, what's good, flockers? Why are you guys beating on a dead space horse? A, because the horse isn't dead, and B, if it were dead, I'm gonna reanimate it back to life. You can't stop me. I'm from the internet.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to call something a dead horse when people are still talking about it, both good and bad, positively and negatively.
Seriously. Let's see here. Miss Kim was saying, I'm so glad that my husband's wrong. He loved it. I guess you can't believe everything you read, everything on the internet. You're right. And
Yeah, sadly, that's the truth.
Yeah, and like that being said, what I wanted to also highlight was how folks are, like I said, how folks are reacting to this news of the new slate of Star Wars stuff going into production. To show a little bit more of a contrast of how people are reacting online. And like I said, for the record, folks, we all know Twitter isn't real life. Twitter's also a bunch of nutcases, but it is a good barometer for like gauging how people's reactions are working out. For instance, in the initial article, under the initial tweet where they announced that they're producing the Mandalorian and Grogu movie, the folks were also losing their minds. They're like, let's see, like for instance, you got people in there saying, "Get Kennedy off of this, please." She's an executive producer. What are you gonna get her off of it for? She was executive producer on every one of these programs. She's the reason why you've got the Mandalorian, why you've got the last season of the Clone Wars, why you've got all these shows. So chill your asses. Let's see here. One person in full cosplay.
Yes, so far she's been doing good things as far as putting out. Yeah, she's just been doing her job as far as putting out content for Star Wars. Like, come on, guys.
Also, this is adorable. A cosplayer, I think, Lukey Season, at Luke Connerton. He went ahead and put up a little video of, I guess that's himself with dressed as Mando with little Grogu playing in their living room, reading, playing chess, playing. I guess that's Smash Brothers, or in the Animal Crossing stage, and just Grogu goofing off and all this. It's adorable. So they're excited. People are excited. Yeah, season 2 in development of Ahsoka. Yep. This is the way on More Star Wars in theaters. Theatrical Star Wars projects are back. Let's go. Let me take a look here. Yeah, and of course there's a freaking doof over here at Zach Lamb over here saying this would be an infinitely better movie. Basically, it's putting the exact same quote, just erasing Kathleen Kennedy's name off of it. Because of course, like, and this just goes to show, like, okay, if I'm beating a dead horse, then these guys are punching glue on the floor that's already dried up, and their knuckles are getting pasty and gooey, and it's not from the glue anymore, and it's very disconcerting. So if I'm beating a dead horse, then what the hell is that? Apparently that's perfectly all right to do for a lot of folks online. So, you know what? More power to them. If that's how they want to express themselves, sure. But at the same time,
the internet is full of hypocrites, Juancho. They're selective with their with what the choices they make.
I know. I'm a hypocrite too. I do this shit too. We all are. We're all freaking human beings. We're gonna be hypocritical about one thing or another at some point. But the point of the matter is, like, where you want to stick with your principles on something, it's like, okay, at least be consistent on what your feelings are and for what reason. And like, if you're gonna engage in those discussions, don't engage in them in bad faith. For example, the most egregious example that we got here was the is this fable that's been put up by a bunch of your usual suspects of people online who are trying to push this idea that, like, okay, that now that the Mandalorian and Grogu movie were announced, this means automatically that the Rey Skywalker movie has been pushed aside and it's being postponed and it's being canceled and it's the worst thing ever and it's never gonna get done over here. I'm like, what? What does that have to do with anything?
Of course, they're saying that.
Like,
Jeez.
let me just show you guys over here. Like for example, this hobo Nerdrotic. I don't know what his deal is, but he manages to love making women super giga muscly, and it's very, very disconcerting, especially in his thumbnails over here. Like,
Whoa! Yeah. I'm looking at it. Jeez.
Yeah, no, death by Mary Sue aside. Like, okay, it's time to stop making Disney a Star Wars Hollywood. Like,
yeah, dude, chill. Come on, man.
No, this has been his whole thing, and he put this up 3 days ago, just in time to cash in on the story that was put out about the movies being in production. And how this is all basically like a big victory for everyone who hates Rey Palpatine, as they like to call her. Like, she disowned the Palpatine name, so fuck that. And I thought, and I'm pretty sure, family doesn't just come from blood relation. Otherwise, any of you guys who like call like your step siblings siblings or whatever, or your half siblings your siblings, they're not really your siblings then, and you don't really have a family. You're only you're only related to one person directly, and be your mother and father, and even they don't love you anymore because you happen to be discriminating against people for no reason. But that's just me. Let me see here. But of course, that's just one egregious example. And this is one other bit that I love being able to point out, but only because it's so easy to actually disprove. It's easy to actually like, that's not what what it's referring to, buddy. And that would be this goofhead, this gigantic guy who thinks he's the second coming of Christ when it comes to Star Wars. The same dude we talked about a week ago. Not last week, but the week before on the Ravens Flock. And that would be Star Wars Theory.
Oh, great! It's a continuation.
Yeah.
Yep,
I remember that.
The bashing of Star Wars Theory Part 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Also,
Oh,
Lisa Boo's in the
yay.
chat. Yep, Lisa Boo. Welcome to the Blackfiles. I'm not going to play his entire video here. You can even look it up on your own time if you want, if you have the patience for that. He put it up last week. He's basically saying, my thoughts on it's time a woman-shaped Star Wars. Go away. I'm not going to play the whole video in front because I don't want to get us copyright stricken. But what I am going to do is I've got the closed caption on. I'm playing it for myself so I can read to you guys what it's actually says. What he's actually saying in his video. What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. We've entered 2024, and this came across my feed today on X, Twitter. I still don't know what to call it, but Charmin Obeid Chinoy on the upcoming new Jedi Order movie. I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something very special, and we're in 2024 now, and it's about time that we have a woman come forward to shape a story in the galaxy far, far away. I'm making this video because I really don't understand the constant obsession with whether it's a man or a woman behind the camera or the story. I really don't get it. Let's just tell a good story. This constant narrative about, is this story about a woman? Is this story about a man? I simply don't care. I only care about good Star Wars, It could be an alien writing the story or directing the story. It makes no difference to me. I believe today we have equal opportunities for all the sexes, and I think that whether it's a man or a woman is irrelevant to what really is a testament as to how popular and amazing Star Wars has become, and that's simply because of the story. It's got nothing to do with any agenda or politics or anything like that, and that's what made Star Wars timeless. Now, of course, we have had many women tell Star Wars stories previously. I believe in The Mandalorian, Book of Boba Fett, we've had many directors that were women, Bryce Dallas Howard being one of them, of course, who is a fantastic director. And, I like to believe that when directors come in to write episodes, and stories are direct episodes, they also do a little bit of the writing and tweaking too. It's not like they're going exactly verbatim cookie cutter from what the script says. I'm taking a pause for a minute because, trying to read the closed caption and all. Okay, I'm taking a pause for a minute.
You're fine. You're fine.
How does
before
this
you
guy
continue,
keep his mouth from drying up? Hang on. How does he keep his mouth from drying up? I'm sorry. It's really weird.
No, you're okay. You're okay. I actually want to turn the attention to the chat for just a second here. A comment from Miss Kim. I'm just concerned about her strange comments. It's a bit weird for a Star Wars director. If not for that, I'm all for it as long as it's good.
All right. And of course, also, and you're right about
Wait,
that.
Juan, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I was letting you talk.
Oh, okay. Thought I was muted. Okay, continue.
No, you're not muted. Also, good night, Jen Pearson. We'll check you later on the replay, and I'll actually help with. That's part of what I'm trying to do here is sort of dispel the mysticism of the story that people are putting out. Okay, Star Wars theory is he took that and he's putting that argument out in bad faith because we already just said over here. Yeah, we've had women directing episodes of the TV programs on here, like Deborah Chow, Bryce Dallas Howard. I think that was Susan White who did episodes of Andor. That was referring to the TV programs, not for the feature films. That's what they were referring to. It said it in the same Variety article that I was quoting. It refers to that. We know this. So he's acting as if, what's her face? As if Miss Obaya Chinoy was saying that that no one else who was a woman ever did anything working on Star Wars ever. I'm like, no, we're just talking about there wasn't a woman who directed a feature film for the theaters. Does he not understand
that? How did that go over his head?
I read the article to all you guys, right? It's understandable exactly how it comes off, right? And that
no. You sent the article. You read the article. You sent it to us. We have the information, but I don't have any other words. How did this freaking go over Star Wars theories? Or no, you know what? No. I don't want to attribute it to him being stupid or ignorant. I don't want to give him an excuse. I don't want to excuse him for being stupid. Okay, you get what I'm saying, Juan?
I get what you're saying, Jose. Let's see here. I've got the ladies, Dragon Fang, help me out. I'm not nuts, right? We read.
No, you're not. No.
We read the same article, or is he just reading from the quote? Mm-hmm. So if I just show this part over here, it looks like he doesn't even click on the source, which was the same article, but from CNN reporting, as opposed to when I put it out from Variety. And I pulled up that exact same CNN article, and it gives the same context.
Yeah.
So, does this guy just not open the articles? Does he not read the full articles?
Maybe he just skims.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get.
I mean, if you skim, you lose. You lose in some context.
Yeah, it's. I'm really hoping that it's just that he doesn't open them, the actual articles, because that can be excusable, because you have to remember, folks, just because it's on Twitter doesn't mean it's 100% the full story. These
Or
guys,
that it's even. Don't believe everything you read on Twitter. Do a little research.
They put the article link right there. It's right there. Just click on it. Is that difficult? Is that an issue? No, right? No, right? Right? Or am I just losing my shit?
No. It's not an issue, but you know, they don't want to do that. You know, they just want to listen to what this guy has to say, because this guy's popular, apparently. Star Wars Theory.
Well, good for him for being popular, but at the same time, motherfucker, do your due diligence. It's right there. The link was right fucking there. What's the fucking problem? Like, fucking, look, I'll even look for the exact same fucking tweet that he's showing over here. Let me just, okay, that's not even it. Hang on. It was from Star Wars Holocron. Okay, easy. Okay, I'm going to check out Star Wars Holocron. Star Wars Holocron. Okay, boom. There's their, where is it? There it is. There's their Twitter. Let's see here. There's that. Okay, so this is from last week. So let's see here. Lots of stuff, lots of cool stuff. Okay, that was all from January 9th. Okay. I'm gonna have to scroll even harder. Hang on, guys. This is gonna take me a little bit longer than I realized. Let me see here. Okay, there we go. That's a little better, kind of. Okay. Sorry, guys. I promise. Like, I'm just showing you guys that you know, we do this shit live. I'm not planning any of this shit at all. Well, most of it I'm not planning, but you get the point. Please, ladies, Jose, help fill some airtime here while I'm scrolling.
Okay, yeah, no worries. So
give us your take on your favorite.
No. So here's the thing. So as far as Star Wars Theory is concerned, well, we've voiced our opinions about him on Saturday, but it looks like I think it's important to point out that, you know, we've been getting slammed after that episode, and we got.
May I show them? Should I show them? Should I show people? Because it's funny. It's so funny. You're gonna love it. It's so funny, folks.
I mean, don't show it. I don't want to give them too much of a spotlight. But like, read off some of the comments that are just.
No, we didn't get comments, Jose. Oh, yeah. Actually, no. Yes, we did. You're right. My mistake. I was wrong.
Yeah, the ones that you hid. Yeah.
Okay, let me pull them up right now, and blah. Okay, let's see. Comments. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, no, okay, actually, no, the comments themselves weren't bad. I would talk about the assholes that we muted live during the stream. I don't think I could pull those comments up. Those get taken off afterwards. But what happened was, I'm going to show you guys the one of the metrics over here. The folks who watched this in their own opinions and their own takes, they watched our episode of the Ravens Flock, and they took it and they downvoted it into oblivion, or at least that's what they tried to do.
Jeez, because heaven forbid that we say anything negative against the mighty Star Wars Theory.
So, does that mean we're not allowed to have opinions?
No. Oh no, we're all allowed to have opinions, and these guys are allowed to click on their on the downvote button all they want. But it also shows us, it also gives us the free reign to go ahead and call out these assholes, just to give you guys the view of it all. Where is it? So god dang it. Okay, let's see. Here we are. That's how we got it. All right, so just so you folks can see the Star Wars Theory episode over here, 28.8% likes for the total likes on there. 17 likes, 42 dislikes.
Jeez.
Wow, we must have rustled some jimmies hard by saying, hey, maybe this guy is a grifting idiot.
Wow.
Just wow.
Hey man, I'm making the mother of all omelets here on this channel, Juan. We can't fret over every egg.
What omelets are you making? Clean up after yourself. What are you making a
I
mess
like
in the
my
kitchen?
I like my omelets.
Oh, fantastic! You like your omelets. I like my omelets too.
Mhm.
Like, okay, I found it. I found the fucking thing. Hang on. Let me see here. Yeah, I found the tweet that Star Wars Theory was looking at. This is the exact same one, right? With the same quote. Source edition CNN.com/videos/world. Okay, so yeah, here and right here it actually shows the actual video, and you can even put it in closed captioning, and you can see it for yourselves right there. They're gonna actually play the little video that shows her saying this quote, and it'll give the exact same context on there as well. That okay, that it was her being first time feature length director for the movie side of Star Wars, not the TV side of Star Wars. So like, what the hell? What's wrong with people? Like, can they not?
Now, meanwhile, Pakistan is counting down to the start of a new year, and they're just over a couple of hours until the festivities begin there.
What's going on?
Our next guest is an inspiration to women
I don't know,
all over the
I'm hearing
world.
something.
Okay, you guys can hear it.
So.
Just a little bit. I hate Twitter. I mostly stay off it. Star Wars seems to be a hot button topic. Your sanity thanks you, Ms. Kim. Your sanity thanks you very much for that. Let me take a look over here.
Including her home country of Pakistan. Filmmaker and activist Sharmeen Obaid-Chinoy is the only female director to have won 2 Academy Awards by the age of 37. She's also the first woman and the first person of color to direct a Star Wars film. It's set to be released in 2026. You can say that the force is strong with this one.
Okay, see that? First woman and first person of color to direct a Star Wars film. Not a Star Wars TV series, not Star Wars animated series, Star Wars film, as in for the movie theaters.
Okay. That's self-explanatory right there. How do you...
Right there! What the
Want to relax, drink your glitch.
I need my nerdies. I'm okay with Maui Punch, but I need my nerdies.
The nerdy
Don't worry,
is good.
you'll get your nerdy someday. Don't worry, Juancho. Don't worry. You be a good boy and you drink your glitch, all right?
Dear Glitch Energy, I wrote you, but you still didn't call it. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom.
Oh my goodness. You know what? Hang on a minute. Let me go ahead and chime in. You know what? As far as her directing a Star Wars movie goes, not a TV show, not a Disney Plus show, but a movie goes, my only thing is this. Like, can she make a good movie? Okay. She has a great, impressive track record. If she could do it, I don't have a freaking problem. Simple as that.
Yeah.
Okay, like, and the bad faith arguments that's going on with is that, okay, she's mostly done documentaries. Okay. And what documentaries?
I mean, everyone starts somewhere.
Right. And she has directed, like I mentioned earlier, episodes of Ms. Marvel, and they happen to be, she directed 2 episodes back to back. Again, good strategy. And that was the 2 episodes of Ms. Marvel that have Kamala Khan, like, somehow displaces her into like it sends her back in time to the time where during the partition of India and Pakistan, and where it was partitioned off, and that was like a chaotic time, and it deals with Kamala Khan's family and her ancestry and where she got her bracelet from, and it deals with all that. So it was that those 2 episodes were not only driving the plot along, but they also showed like the drama of the partition, actually how it happened in real life, and how it showed how traumatic it was to so many families that were divided, so many families that were fighting to stay together, and how there was just so much chaos and how hectic it was that it's that it worked. It worked. It worked out perfectly fine. So she's got
Nice.
like feature credentials. Let's see here, and the documentaries that she had done were in 2012 Saving Face, 2015 Song of Lahore. Of Lahore, and 2016's A Girl in the River: The Price of Forgiveness. Saving Face and A Girl in the River basically deal with the physical abuse that women in Pakistan had dealt with. Where particularly Saving Face is where how Pakistani women had dealt with acid attacks to their faces, which obviously that's fucking terrifying and fucking horrible. And it's just talking about like how they deal with trying to get set up with reconstructive surgery, or how they live their normal lives if it's possible, and just dealing with the horror of that. So I see no issue with that. And she has done let's see here, she's also produced and directed a set of animated films. Let me see here, they're not big. Let's see here. They're by a small studio called Wadi Animations. It's called Three Bahadur, which translates to the Three Brave Ones, which is a Pakistani CG animated film. So it's a kid's story over here. Let me see here. It just says film's plot focuses on three 11-year-old friends, Amna, Saadi, and Camille, three extraordinary children who rise from the unlikeliest of places to save their community from the evils that plague it. Okay, so it's like it's
cute.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's cool. It's nice. It's like three kids, and they have unique powers and something, and they help protect their homes, which is fine. Okay, so like obviously it's not like the biggest. These aren't like the biggest things on planet Earth. These aren't the biggest like films on planet Earth. But she's got cred. She's got what it takes to handle productions, not only in documentary side, but on feature length side, on feature productions as well, like fictions and narrative stories. So she has credentials on there. And there's motherfuckers over here who are complaining that she's not qualified enough, and that she's just going to
Yeah,
inject
trying to dunk on her before she even got past the gate.
Exactly. Like it's basically trying to disqualify her in even being a part of Star Wars before she even gets to show what she can do. Let me see here. This guy even goes on to say,
Hey, well, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
If you don't mind. You remember, the Force Awakens, that came out in 2015, right? And it was directed by J.J. Abrams,
Yep.
right? And he directed two of the three new Star Trek films, right?
That's right.
Let me ask you this. Did he get dunked on?
Actually, kinda.
Oh, okay.
But after
okay.
the fact. But it was all
But
after the fact.
Okay, but not before. Okay, because I was going to ask.
No one dunked on him beforehand. No one shat on him before he got started on actually filming the Star Trek films. No one crapped on him until after what we could see afterwards, where he had a million pieces of lens flares. Everyone was running around, and they're like, "Okay, you're just copying the plot of The Wrath of Khan for Star Trek Into Darkness." Like, kinda, because that's what Star Trek fans like. They like Khan as the character, as a villain, so they bring you Khan. What do you want? Is that kind of fucking thing. And it pisses me off that these people are willing to give guys like J.J. Abrams a chance and then judge it afterwards. But then again, Sharmina Bayat-Shinoy's not even got filmed a single frame yet, and they're trying to burn her at the stake. So
it's also because some people are still very, sexist. So they think that, women cannot properly show the vision that they want.
Probably, yeah. Well, like I know, I liked how what's his face, this idiot, Star Wars Theory, he tried to do the compliment sandwich thing in his video here, because he's like, "Oh, I saw plenty of women directors," and he mentions Bryce Dallas Howard, a white lady, by the way, and like he doesn't say like anything specific, like, oh, I do like women directors, and then he starts crapping about Charmin Obaid-Chinoy's about her work. He's like saying, I'm concerned about this movie. I've seen some of Charmin's comments about how she likes to make men uncomfortable. Saying, "Oh, I enjoy making men uncomfortable." This is, and it just seems like, if we for a second, I want you to imagine if we had a man saying something like that coming into a Star Wars movie, it's about time that we had a man tell a Star Wars story. It's or we have him saying something like, I like making women feel uncomfortable. I'm really failing to understand what the difference is here when one is not okay and one is okay. So I just think that if we really want true equality in the future for men and women, we need to understand that verbiage, and the things we say, we need to be completely equal in that sense. Like, okay, and he brings up this quote that Charmin said. That's these guys love to, that the griftosphere, as I'm calling them, as these guys love to use that. It was like she was in a conference, and she said, "I really like making men uncomfortable." Guess where that is from, folks? It's not even anything related to Star Wars. It had nothing to do with Star Wars. Even in and Miss Kim has to run. Good night, Miss Kim. Yeah, you have yourself a good night. And
does this have to do with a popular franchise that's right up there with Star Wars?
No, it has nothing to do with any Star Wars. As a matter of fact, even in Star Wars series' own freaking usage of this lady's clip, it shows where the clip is from. And I will show you.
Where is that?
It is from a summit, and it's behind her back, and it's in front in the lower logo of the video. Women in the world. It was a women's empowerment summit that she was invited to as a guest speaker in, I think, in 2015. Actually, I don't have to think, because I've got a fucking article from fucking Forbes actually fucking explaining this shit. Like, here, you don't believe me? Here is the proof, folks. The article from Forbes over here. They even fucking pull it up, and this was brought up 4 days ago on the 6th. The headline on it reads, Star Wars directors is, quote, make men uncomfortable, quote, is 8 years out of context. Let's see, yeah, it is unequivocally, and this is written by Paul Tassi. It is unequivocally absolutely discussing how certain segments of the Star Wars fan base and even politicians like Ted Cruz are piling on upcoming Star Wars director Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, this time for a quote where she said she wants to, quote, make men uncomfortable. The video Ted Cruz is sharing from anti-trans crusader Matt Walsh, so that just goes to show you what kind of total champions these guys are. Let's see here. Shows Obaid-Chinoy on a panel, and it's being characterized as a recent quote about her plan for her Rey Skywalker-led Star Wars movie. That is not at all true. And there's the clip from her. Let's see here. In reality, this quote is not even from this decade. It's 8 years old, and the interview is in the context of her award-winning films about honor killings and acid attacks against women in her home country of Pakistan. That brutal patriarchy is full of the men she, quote, likes making uncomfortable, but now it's being dragged up, stripped out of context, and used in the latest anti-women crusade that has plagued Star Wars for years, already feeding the maw of outrage YouTubers who make widely watched videos about her upcoming Rey movie is doomed because of her feminism. This is the second time in a few weeks an Obaid-Chinoy quote has made the rounds in this crowd, with the last one actually being about Star Wars itself, albeit willingly misread many times over. Yeah, the exact same quote that I was talking about here. But Obaid-Chinoy is obviously referring to her being the first female director of any Star Wars movie ever, which is just a fact. As I've said previously, this discourse is going to be another nightmare. Obaid-Chinoy is going to keep delivering completely normal quotes about empowering women, and Ted Cruz and Matt Walsh and 200 YouTubers and their millions of subscribers are going to lose their minds. Plus, her film is about Rey, the character accused of being a Mary Sue, not earning her place as a powerful Force-using lead for the duration of the new trilogy. I'll let you guys read the rest of the article on your own time. I'm not even needing to say this shit. You got somebody at Forbes already breaking this down. Am I, I'm not taking crazy pills, am I?
No, you're not taking crazy pills. You don't have to keep asking that question, Watcho.
No, I feel like I am. I feel like
Well,
I
no.
am.
At this point, it looks like the freaking haters, and I'm going to say haters because I refuse to acknowledge them as Star Wars fans. At this point, it looks like the haters are just taking any quote, anything that she's saying, and they're reaching at this point. They're reaching really high up in the clouds. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know precisely what you mean, Jose.
Mm-hmm.
Like, see what I fucking mean over here? Like, I just type in part of this lady's name, and we have motherfuckers like this. Vera Dark, whoever the fuck this broad is. Feminist Star Wars praised by media. Media damage controls for feminist Star Wars rape movie. Like, seriously? Are we serious? Ruin Johnson, at Ruin Johnson, fucking saying the same quote from the Women in the World Summit. Let's see, another resurfaced clip. Yep. It's mainly is admitting everything she makes is full to the brim with her activism. Like, are we fucking kidding me? Am I fucking losing? Like, these fucking guys are taking this shit clearly out of context for the sake of trying to lead their outrage machine, trying to lead their quotes, trying to read their fucking their tweets and everything. Like,
yeah, because anger sells. Because anger is what makes the world go around in social media. They'll take
Anger leads to hate.
Yeah. Thank you, Zayan. I appreciate that.
But what I don't understand is, back in the day, it didn't matter who was directing it. It was, we are getting more in that fandom. Official work. And I miss the days in which we could just be excited. And we didn't have to say, oh, well, this person said this, so it's not going to be a good one. It's like, give it a chance.
Like, give it a
You can start
chance,
shitting on it. Yeah, you can shit on it after you watch it. It's bad. But give it a chance first.
Yeah, no, exactly. And more to the point, like, even though, like, it doesn't matter, like, what your gender, like, gender aside, like, guess what? You know what? Even the most successful directors in the world of cinema, they have their, bad movies that they've had handed. I'm going to use your favorite as an example, Juan. George Lucas.
Okay. Give me the bad movie in his repertoire.
In his repertoire.
Strange Magic?
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. George Lucas, great director. He's given us the Star Wars original trilogy, and he's given us the prequel movies, and so take that for what it's worth. I mean, I personally like Revenge of the Sith, Episode 3. I think I've said that already. But people forget that he's had a hand in making this really, really bad, really over-the-top 80s film, Howard the Duck.
Oh.
Okay. The thing is that, like, the only problem is that now a lot of folks are they view Howard the Duck in rose-tinted glasses, so it's moved into the it's so bad it's good territory. So
it's got a cult following.
Yeah, exactly. On the other hand, there is a different film that he didn't write it, he didn't direct it, but he produced it, and it was produced out of Lucasfilms. It was a movie
Strange Magic?
Which one?
Is it Strange Magic?
No, it's not Strange Magic. Actually, let me.
That was so good.
Yeah, go right ahead. And you know what? And like I said, the same also applies to female directors. I'll give you another example.
Hold on. I was going to say, Jose, the movie that I was referring to is a weird old movie he put out in 1994 under Lucasfilm, directed by Mel Smith, called Radioland Murders.
Never heard of it.
I have never heard of it.
Don't blame you. Radioland Murders. Get a load of this. It's basically supposed to be a murder mystery comedy, which the fact that you never heard of it just goes to show you how well it did. And
don't tell me it's so bad. It's so bad that it makes Howard the Duck look like a cinematic masterpiece.
Let me put it this way: folks like to crap about how box office flops come out. This was only run on a budget of $15 million, which was a lot in 1994. It only made back $1.3 million.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yikes.
So yeah, no, it was a It was a disaster, to say the least. The only thing that the folks at Lucasfilm, who helped produced it, took out of it that worked for them was, okay, we did have to do some CG animation, and we did have to do some special effects over at Industrial Light and Magic. Those worked out just fine. Nobody had any problem with them. So that was the only positive that everyone who was involved in that movie took out of it. And the only other thing that was taken out of it was the cast's involvement in it. They don't want to have anything to do with it, apparently. It's that bad.
No, I get you. The only other, like, on the flip side, for female directors, like, the only other example that I could give is, and she looks like she's brand new to the game. I think we've mentioned her before. Academy Award-winning director Chloe Zhao.
Chloe Zhao.
She directed the Marvel movie, the Eternals.
Oh yeah, no,
Okay.
okay, yeah. She directed the Eternals. Okay.
Yeah, and I guess
though
the point that I'm trying to get is that, like, it's okay to have criticisms. Like, you can have your criticisms about the directors or the movies. That's fine, but like the criticism of having of being the opposite gender, or any of these outrageous and stupid like remarks, like this lady's getting lambasted right now. It doesn't hold any water. And like you said, Juan, or like we all said, it's all done for shock, because that's what people respond to, and it's maddening.
Lisa Boo's right over here. They're saying, "No, I'm good. I'm not taking crazy pills. You guys are right." I'm just freaking like, is it wrong to fucking like continue pointing out how much these guys are clearly engaging in these discussions in bad faith? Because it's like, it's plain as day. It's right there in the articles. It's right there in the videos that they're talking about. They're not saying that what's her face, that Miss Charmine, that she's trying to inject uber psychofeminism into everything. She's saying that she that she's the first woman who's gonna get to direct a Star Wars movie for theaters. So fucking context matters, people. And B, as in regards to her, I like making men uncomfortable. That was regarding the fucking documentaries where you literally had men who threw acid into women's faces in Pakistan, and you have honor killings of women performed by men, either like because they fucking disrespected someone's family or some shit, and like it was a bad slight, and it was fucking disgusting. But apparently that means that, she's going to do this only to make men uncomfortable. Fuck you, buddies. Dear God. Like, it's annoying. It's annoying the lengths that folks are going to get set up with this cheap heat. And that's all it is. It's cheap heat, guys.
But are you really that surprised?
I want to be surprised in the slightest.
I suppose you're right. No, I'm not. I'm not really surprised. I ought to be.
I'm more disappointed. I'm more disappointed than surprised.
Yeah, no, that this is the kind of shit that gets people this blood pumping when it comes to talking Star Wars and getting to be like engaging in the discussions for it all. But like, are you kidding me? Like, this is what we all get on board for hating on shit without actually having a full story? Like, I don't fucking understand it. I really don't. That's why whenever I
they're not interested. They're not interested in being educated the full scope of a story, Juancho. If they find one little thing that they can use as a hook, then like one little phrase, one little sentence, they'll take it, they'll run with it, and they'll twist it and make it their own narrative.
It's unreal. It's absolutely unreal. I don't fucking get it here. I'm just fucking checking out what else this fucking moron had said in his video. Constant sort of, I think, is just running away. I need to have. Let me see. Yeah, Jesus, really. And when this fucking thing came off, I remember there were folks saying like, "Oh, there's no women. She really thinks she's the first woman to do anything in Star Wars." There were plenty of women in Star Wars. Like, we're not talking about the characters. We know that there are women in Star Wars. We know we have Princess Leia. We have Mon Mothma. We have Padme Amidala, who's a badass motherfucker. The shapeshifter. The shapeshifter assassin in Attack of the Clones, that was a woman, Zam Wessel. What's her face? Let's see. Who else was a badass? We had let's see here. We had Rose Tico in the sequel trilogy. We had
Yes, Kelly Marie Tran.
Yeah, Kelly Marie Tran. There was a lady in.
Did you hang on a minute? Did you already say Ming Na Wen?
No, I didn't say Ming Na. No, but thank you, Ming Na Wen, who's Fennec Shand, the assassin in The Mandalorian and Book of Boba Fett. Like, yeah, no, we know that there are plenty of women, and they're like, oh, but like, oh, there was no women. What about Ahsoka? Does she not count? Like, we're not talking about the characters. We're talking about who's directing, who's helping shape the movie. And then folks even then will take it like, oh well, didn't you know that that Marsha Lucas, who was George Lucas's wife, that she helped edit the first Star Wars movie, and that she helped save the movie in the edit because the original edit was messed up. Like, okay, no one's trying to take that away from her. We're not talking about the editing. We're talking about directing. We're talking about directing the movie. I'm noticing over here how like where with us mentioning the fact that you also had this writer Stephen Knight, who's doing the Rey Skywalker movie, that he's a screenwriter. I'm noticing that no one's crapping on his credentials at all. You know, he's written plenty of TV shows and movies. He's written the TV show Peaky Blinders, which stars Cillian Murphy and Tom Hardy and Paul Anderson.
But here's the question, Juancho. Has he written anything for Star Wars that's Star Wars related?
Nope. Which means he must
That's
be
why.
disqualified as well. Oh no, he's never written anything in Star Wars. He must be horrible at it. No, he's written dramas. He's written.
Well, yeah, he's written dramas, but like. He has unless there's some sort of news where it announces that he's going to be involved in anything Star Wars related.
He's writing the Rey movie that Charmin.
Oh, okay, my bad.
He's
Sorry.
writing it. She's directing. He's writing.
Right. I remember now. You mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, like he wrote. What's his face? Wow, really? Okay, maybe he shouldn't put that on his resume here. Hang on. A World War Z 2. What? Is that a real thing?
World War Z 2?
Yeah.
I remember there was a World War Z. I don't know what that was.
Yeah.
But wait, he wrote a screenplay for World War Z 2? What? Hang on. I'm just checking his stuff now. Now that I'm actually looking at it. Oh no, it looks like he's also been a guest writer and guest executive producer for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. That's airs in different countries here. Oh no, I guess he's not. I guess he's not qualified because all he's done is TV shows here. Right? No,
oh my god.
Am I fucking wrong, or am I applying their double standard properly now?
Yeah, no, this screams fucking double standard.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, no, like he wrote Wrath of the Titans, which was and apparently he also wrote Shutter Island. He was one of the writers in Shutter Island there. So yeah, no, that's awesome. I can fucks with that. But apparently it's all right for him to not have any sort of criticism. I mean, this guy, just because you have a wide array of different stories and different lines of work behind you doesn't mean you're shit at your job. All right? He's a screenwriter. He writes movies. He writes TV shows. What's her face? Charmin Obaid-Chinoy, she's a filmmaker. She directs movies. Whether she does them documentary style or she's she's directing narratives like the episodes of Ms. Marvel. She's a director. She doesn't really do much on the writing side of series. Like, what the fuck, people? What are we judging her based on? Are we judging her based on this, or is there something else? Is there some other thing that we're not looking at? If only I could put my finger on it. Oh well. I'm at a loss. I just don't understand why people are discriminating against this lady and not against the writer. I wonder. I'm fucking around. Of course, I'm being sarcastic. I know why.
Yeah, no, we know, Wancho. We didn't want to,
Yeah.
we didn't want to interrupt.
I know when I'm on a fucking diatribe, I'm on a diatribe. Like, I really don't have a lot of heart behind this story, but only because these guys are being dorks over it. Michael Nothing's in the chat. Hey up there, Michael Nothing. Welcome to the Blackfiles. Okay, that explains it. He said there was a sequel planned for World War Z that had a lot of setbacks, so it ultimately got canceled. That explains it. Okay, so he wrote the thing, but it just never came to life. I'm like, there's a World War Z Part 2, or what? Okay, well, that explains it. Okay, thanks. Thank you, Michael Nothing. That helped clear that up. Oh, but if he wrote something and never got made, that means he's a horrible writer. That must be... I'm not seeing that happening. It's because these fucking guys argue in bad faith. They're arguing in bad faith, and they do this shit for, like we said, outrage clicks, outrage, hate watching, and all that shit. And it's fucking annoying.
Yeah, they do it for outrage. They do it for shock value. They do it for all that because it's easy. It's an easy grab.
Mm-hmm.
It's how is it put like appealing? How is it put like appealing to the lowest common denominator?
Not exactly the lowest common denominator, because not everyone watches stuff because of something they hate. A lot of people will, guess what, watch things because it's something that they like. There's plenty more of that. It's just that you have the people who watch things that they agree on something that they don't like. It's because they're fervent and it helps feed the confirmation bias. Like, yes, this other person who has 1 million subscribers and millions of people watching and agreeing with them, they're agreeing with my point of view and they're reinforcing my point of view. Like, maybe we should try to find a way to break past that. Or I don't know, Jose, you're the head of the flock. What do you say? Should we sell out? Should we start fucking like being bad faith actors and that'll be the cheap and easy way to get ourselves new subscribers, right?
Hell no. Are you absolutely out of your freaking mind? I have to wake up in the morning and look at myself in the mirror and tell myself that I'm awesome.
Like, are you sure though? But is that worth it though? Because, like, these guys have been riding this fucking gravy train for forever when it comes to fucking hating on fucking stuff, instead of actually providing something constructive in their criticisms of things.
No, thank you. I would rather stay where I am doing what I love doing, that is considered awesome, that is considered unique, than jump on the hate train and do what everybody else is doing and just... Yeah, no, I'd rather... I'm not doing that. We're not going to give into the black abyss, Wancho. Okay.
What about y'all, Zayana, Dragonfang? Are y'all okay with us selling out, or you guys want us to keep our souls?
Why are you even asking that question?
Because I'm like. I've got to understand, like, are these guys just hitting the jackpot in this bullshit, and that we're just gonna have to just fucking deal with it? No, I know the answer. We're not gonna fucking put up with it. We're gonna continue our way. I know, because it's disingenuous, just like these guys are fucking being disingenuous. Maybe they really do like her, maybe they really don't, maybe they really are this fucking closeted and this fucking stupid. Maybe they honestly have maybe these beliefs that that they're feminizing all the trans inclusion people and it's ruining my childhood. I'm like, motherfuckers, they've been saying that George Lucas ruined their childhood back in the mid-90s. Like, they were saying that their childhood was ruined in Star Wars even back then. Do I have to point perhaps to the People versus George Lucas, that hackney fucking documentary that shat on the entirety of the special edition of Star Wars and the entirety of the prequel trilogy? Like, do I have to point that shit out?
No. It's public information. They should freaking know.
God almighty. Yeah, like, it's just unabashedly fucked. See, like these fucking guys, these guys over here, they made it back in 2011, in 2010 or 2011, if you could believe this shit. And they were talking, and even back then, these dudes were talking about George Lucas is raping my childhood, and that he's ruining my childhood with stuff. Like, those are literal lines that these motherfuckers are throwing out there, and they fucking make this shit, and they made gangbusters with it, and they've set forward this precedent for this kind of fucking narrative ever since then. Because they happen to not like something, and they happen to fucking, try to convince as many people as possible that this is the worst thing to happen in the history of ever. Motherfuckers, get laid for fuck's sake or something. Help me out here. I'm not gonna keep y'all too much further. I think I'm pretty much. Sorry.
What's up, Juan?
No, as I was trying to go past this, I remember seeing. I saw this clip of George Lucas in the background of some random documentary, and there was folks. It's literally in the middle of the street. Someone filming a documentary, and George Lucas right behind them, just walking behind and just going into a building.
Nice.
Like,
oh my
he looks
goodness.
straight into the camera. He looks straight into your soul. You see him there. He's just a regular fucking guy.
That's hilarious.
Sorry,
But no, but this is just this story that we talked about tonight is once again one of the many egregious examples of people taking something completely out of context and using it to get attention, to get clout, to get all eyes on them, and to twist their own narratives. And like I said, it's okay to criticize. You can have an opinion. You are allowed to say whatever you want. You are allowed to voice your opinions. You're allowed to voice your criticisms about a piece of entertainment that you like or you dislike. And you're allowed to criticize the director too. That's fine. That happens.
But don't come at it without the full facts. Don't try to invent facts to go by, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. Make your criticisms,
Like, let's agree on what reality is first, and let's agree on the facts first before we give our opinions.
Exactly. Agreed.
Can I get an amen? No. Nothing saying Phantom Menace is by far the worst Star Wars movie. It's got problems.
I mean,
it has Qui-Gon Jinn. It has Qui-Gon Jinn.
I mean,
Qui-Gon Jinn was one of my favorites, as well as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So
yeah,
it's kind of the reason why I watch it.
I wouldn't call the first one a total failure. I mean, we got the really cool lightsaber fight with Darth Maul. That's good.
That was one of the best. Fantastic.
Also, I'd be lying if I said I didn't enjoy the pod race because I love the pod racing.
Pod racing was fun.
It was fun. It was fucking fun, guys. It was a nice little 15-minute action sequence in the middle of the movie to keep the energy up. Like, it's fine. We can have an awesome race. It's good. You can have that. It was fucking fun. But yeah, like if Michael Nothing doesn't like the Phantom Menace, then it's fine. He doesn't have to. I'm not gonna twist his arm into it. You cannot like it if you don't want to. But like, he could, like, it would be a different thing if they said, like, if someone were to say, I don't like it's Phantom Menace is the worst Star Wars movie because it doesn't have a giant elephant doing the Charleston or some fucking shit. Trying to go by some fucking ridiculous arbitrary standard that doesn't actually measure on any point of the storytelling or the production of the movie or anything else like that. If that's not a factor, then why the fuck isn't it like a thing on there? Yeah, there are good parts to be sure, just not as good as the rest. See, there you go, Michael. Nothing. See, you've got it. There's bits in there to like. There's bits in there that don't like. And in Michael's opinion, that's that one just has less things that he likes in it compared to the rest of the movies. See, easy. We can agree on that shit. Yeah, and yeah, Nikki Bella likes the original Star Wars, A New Hope, the original movie. And K Storm is walking in with some new art over here. This looks badass. gonna show y'all.
Oh, wow.
Was
is
this
so
just printed
pretty.
on a? What kind of card is this?
Cardstock?
Oh, this is watercolor paper. My bad.
Mm,
It's fucking awesome.
it's
I
so
love it.
pretty.
Just literally just making art left and right. I'm gonna start wrapping y'all up over here. Zayana, Dragonfang. Let me go ahead and get y'all's final thoughts here, and let you guys go ahead and bounce out, and then Jose can go after you.
Well, people always definitely need to stop taking things out of context because that seems to be norm nowadays, which is unfortunate because then, just like this, people end up just taking it at face value instead of investigating it themselves, which then creates a lot of problems.
It only takes 2 seconds to research
And verify.
reading.
Google is there.
It's literally
If you need more
right,
information.
it was literally right there, and they didn't even try. Didn't even try to understand.
And also, don't judge someone by what they've done previously. They could surprise you about what they could create. So.
Learn from the past.
Yeah, see what I mean?
Also, it's just like saying we've never directed anything, but you've watched things that have been directed. So you could say, okay, well, this works. This is what people tend to like. This is what I see the fans saying they want. And if you deliver, people are going to sing your praises. If you don't, well, people give you a chance. So
Like, and even if
we
they
just got to sit and wait.
And even if they don't give folks exactly what they all want in every single point, what folks ought to do is open up to different possibilities, to different ideas, to different things that can happen. You know, like the Ahsoka series, we had so many different ideas and so many different things to come up in order to help with the story. And folks on the one hand were like, okay, yeah, this tracks, this makes sense. And again, those same bad faith actor motherfuckers are like, no, this isn't how this works. This isn't how XYZ works. Or like, it's, man, fuck you. Like, don't even.
Yeah, it's this is not going to please everyone. We already know that.
Right.
And people can't expect it to be perfect. There's always going to be issues because what someone likes, someone else may not like.
Right.
So we have to stop expecting perfection and just hope it has something of what we like.
The biggest thing on there that I think suffered from that mindset was in The Last Jedi, how we didn't get the explanations for all these fan theories that folks wanted to think that Supreme Leader Snoke, for example, that he was really like Darth Plagueis resurrected, or that he was this other kind of creature. Like, no, it doesn't matter what the hell he was at that point. What the hell was he? We got an answer for what he was in The Rise of Skywalker, but at that point in the point of the story, that wasn't what was important. What was important was Snoke was there, he was fucking shit up, and then Rey and Kylo Ren tag team his ass, and he's bisected, and then you have a badass fight scene in this big red throne room against his Praetorian guards who are fucking lethal. The choreography
Listen,
was...
I'll be honest, we
Yep.
have not seen the last two.
I just spoiled, sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. That just went all over my head. I'm like, all I know is
Oops.
so yeah, it's fine.
Oops. Sorry. Well,
No, you're good.
the movie came out
I don't
5
mind
years ago.
spoilers for that. I've already heard most of those spoilers, so it's fine.
No, not even 5 years ago. It came out for
A bit ago.
yeah, 7 years ago. I was about to say. God Almighty. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and leave you ladies to it. Do you think you'll be joining us this Saturday for our shows for the Ravens Flock and Los Amigos Play?
We'll
have to see.
We will get back to you by maybe tomorrow.
All right, no worries, no
About that,
pressure,
so.
no worries, no hurries. In any case, Zayana, Dragonfang, thank you both for being here. Y'all ladies, go ahead and get the heck out of here. Have yourselves a good night, okay?
All right, bye guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. Take care. All right, and Jose, you go ahead and let me go ahead and get your final thoughts on this, and let the folks on the internet know also after your final thoughts what we can expect to see tomorrow night on this week's edition of Wrestle Rewind.
All right, so my final thoughts are simple, and actually, this actually reminds me of something that I want to bring up. Now, Juan, you and I, we've talked about this many times. Okay, we've talked about we've talked about the actress who played the 13th Doctor, right?
Yeah, Jodie Whittaker.
Yeah. And you remember how when she was announced, like people started crapping on her right before the first episode even came out, like for crying out loud, man.
Yep. She wasn't not even given the chance to breathe.
She wasn't even given a chance to breathe because she was of a different gender that nobody liked. And I feel like and this sounds really freaking similar to that. And I know it has nothing to do with it, but it's giving me this freaking cringy vibe of people running down someone just because they're of a different sex.
That's what I'm hoping that we can start getting past. But even this doesn't even feel like it was like a problem with like different sex. But they're like, oh, she's going to inject feminist politics into the movie. I'm like, not really. Says who? Where do we know that? You're making an assumption. They're
making an assumption. Yeah, they're maing an assumption based on specific. Yeah, they're making an assumption based on specific quotes that she said in interviews, and that had nothing to do with anything, and they're running with it rather than just play a wait and see game. Wait and see what she comes up with. Let her cook.
Right.
Let the person cook, and let's see how it turns out. For goodness sake.
But they don't want to give her that chance. They don't even want to try to give her that chance. Why is it? Because they don't.
Yeah, I know. It's 20. Yeah, I know. We're in 2024. What the hell are we still doing? Treating people like that.
I can't begin to tell you. I wish I knew. I really wish I knew. Also, Michael Nothing in the chat was saying here. Let me see. I love Empire Strikes Back, but for myself, nothing tops the original trilogy. But wait,
with
Empire,
the Empire Strikes Back.
Empire is part of the original trilogy. I guess they meant. I guess Michael Nothing probably meant the original Star Wars, the first.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably what they meant.
But no. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. See? Personally, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what she comes up with for the next for the next Star Wars movie. I think it's gonna be great. I think the excitement it's still there, regardless of the stupid internet backlash. Because there are fans. Because Star Wars fans. There are fans who will hate on who are hating on her right now. But there are also fans that are excited to see what's to come. And I'm part of the latter because. We shouldn't judge. We shouldn't be so quick to throw stones at someone before they got a chance to get past the gate.
Right. Amen, Jose. All right, yeah, it's pretty straightforward there. Like, don't knock it until it's out. Like, let it cook, and then if you like it, fine. If you don't, then don't. Like, I gave Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow a shot. I was bored to tears. So I returned the DVD. I had never returned a DVD to where I bought it so quickly in my life.
Seriously, if there's a get out of jail free card for movies, I think every one of the actors who was in that film would use it to erase it from their filmography.
Probably. Michael says they also enjoy The Mandalorian quite a bit too. Yeah, see, Mando, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love the movie.
Mando's fun, and so is Book of Boba Fett.
Right? Just because we don't have stuff doing like people doing the things we want them to do all the time doesn't mean what they're doing is bad or wrong or ruining Star Wars or raping your childhood or anything stupid like that.
No, absolutely not. Fuck that. All right, now. As far as tomorrow night goes, folks, for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern, right here on YouTube and Kick, I'll be, once again, it's going to be a 2-show review for tomorrow night. I'll be reviewing this week's edition of WWE NXT and this week's edition of AEW Dynamite. Now, in NXT, they've just kicked off the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. I'll be discussing more on that tomorrow. And Tonight is AEW Dynamite's special homecoming edition. That's right. It's their 5th year as All Elite Wrestling since January 1st of 2019, and AEW returns home to the Daily's place in Jacksonville, Florida.
Home
and
of
I'll
the
have more
Jacksonville
on
Jaguars.
That's right, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'll have more on that tomorrow.
All right. Thank you very much for that, Jose, and we'll see you tomorrow night. You take care.
Just a second, I am munching on something here.
Like, I'm gonna sign off. Let me get this hoagie out of the way first.
All right. Well, thank you very much for having me on, Juan. It's been awesome. It's been great. And thank you for the folks who are in the chat right now. You guys have been very good at it and being very engaging, and we appreciate that. Y'all have a great night. Stay warm. Stay safe. Please be responsible. Be mindful where you get your news from, and remember that we're all human beings, including the film directors. For goodness sake, leave them alone.
All right. Appreciate it, Jose. You have a good night.
All right. Have a good night.
And that, folks, was Jose Casabona, the head of the Ravens flock, and he just signed off. I'm going to go ahead and give y'all my take over here because I really am just sick and tired of this grifting bullshit. That's probably one of the reasons why Angel couldn't make it over here, because he's probably sick and tired of hearing me complain about the grifters. No, I'm kidding. He's under the weather. Angel's actually, like, coming down with the cold. The fucking weather has been messing with people. I can understand when people can agree on set facts regarding their favorite movie or book or TV show or comics or video game or whatever. There are specific facts that we have to be able to start off with before we can get into our opinions. Right, because if we're working with incomplete facts or with falsehoods or anything like that, then we're not getting anywhere. Nobody's getting anywhere. It's nothing. You know, we're never going to be able to have a proper discussion. We're never going to be able to have a proper fucking discourse if we can't agree on specific sets of reality, specific point of reality there. It's monstrous and I don't fucking get it. Mr. Geek Me Up, hey up there, Mr. Geek Me Up. Welcome, Mr. Geek Me Up, welcome to the Blackfiles. I didn't see you, I think this is the first time we've seen you in 2024. Happy New Year to you, buddy. It's just annoying to me that this is where we are in terms of the Star Wars fandom, that all we can help to do is either vociferously, virulently despise something based on untrue facts, based on lies, or folks trying desperately to provide the full context and provide the full story only to be drowned out by the former. And it's fucking exhausting. Like, I really only wanted to bring this up because it's fucking ridiculous how dumb this guy Star Wars Theory is. Like, he either has to be actively stupid, or he really doesn't know how to simply click on the link, on the source link. Click on the source link first, look at the source link, play the source link, and maybe quote the full quote from the source. It ain't that hard, buddy. Crying out loud. Like, we don't get nearly enough accreditation over here at the credit over here at the Ravens flock for the amount of work that we do. I'm over here. I was offering to help on Popcorn Planet and reading through the entirety of the 900 plus documentation of the Jeffrey Epstein documents, the first batch of documents that came out, and I literally had I literally had It's Kim telling me, like, Juan, you don't have to stress over it too much. Don't worry yourself too much over this. Like, we appreciate the effort. You don't have to read through every single piece. Like, my brain is like, I feel obligated to have to read everything because I want to be able to understand shit in full context. I don't want to be misinformed. I want to be fully informed, even if it means having to read a 900-page document to fucking get the full point. I'd rather do that and be properly informed than just work off of sound bites and quotes and clicks and like cherry-picked pieces. I could cherry-pick all the live long day when it comes to whatever point I want to prove. I could say, I can take one quote from a person that supports my point of view, even though that person had shown more often than not in their own career that they don't believe in that point of view, that they don't have that perspective on them, and it's like, it would be just that easy, but it wouldn't be true. It'd be disingenuous. It'd be wrong. And I don't like leading people on like that. I like us being able to share the facts, share the truth. Because that's how we're going to be able to combat this kind of stuff. It's all a matter of having proper media literacy, I believe is the right term for it, guys. That's what everyone needs. Just read through what you're sourcing, read through what you're claiming to get your information from, read it all the way through, and hope to God that you understand everything, and then you can provide the snippets in there. But don't just... Okay, the best way of doing this is... This just goes to show you I'm hungry. To wrap up, if you had a big club sandwich that's got like cheddar cheese, mozzarella sliced cheese, freaking Munster, freaking turkey, ham, roast beef, chicken breast in there, all of that with freaking mayo and mustard all over, and you have it in a nice hoagie bun. The hoagie bun, the bun helps keep the sandwich together. If I were to take the pickles out and the mustard on top of the pickles, I can't call the pickles with the mustard the full sandwich. Right? I know this analogy is too weird. Like, you guys understand what I'm trying to say. Don't just cherry pick the little bits that you like, or just the little bits that aren't appealing, and just highlight that as it's the worst problem ever. Just like if you were to pull out just the pickle and the mustard and say, this sandwich is the worst sandwich ever, and just waving the pickle and the mustard. Where it, just like you can't take just the roast beef out and say, this sandwich is the best sandwich ever, and flap a piece of roast beef in the face. You gotta have the full sandwich. I prefer a full and complete media literacy diet. So that's what I want to try to impart on you guys tonight. And hopefully my sandwich analogy made sense. And hopefully I didn't just make myself hungry for nothing. I want to thank you. You just know that you'll get all sorts of different breakdowns. Hopefully less sandwich-related breakdowns right here on the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, Theblackfiles, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse, as we delve into the darker and more serious side in the world of nerd and pop culture. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Whoop, that's the wrong button. Live at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe or the follow button. Ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content. Become an inner flocker by hitting the join button. And until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring that tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. For Jose Casabona, Zayan and Rose, and Dragonfang Cosplay, I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Black Files, and we